You've seen the Kylaq from the outside, from the inside, including our 4 people review and the boot space. You know the pricing, but now it's time to answer 2 big questions. The first one, can this change fortunes for Skoda in the Indian market? And second and most important one, is this the most fun to drive, enjoyable sub-4 meter compact SUV in the market? Well, let's find out. Now, for the uninitiated in the Indian market, if your vehicle is under 4 meters of length, the Indian government will give you tax benefits, and that is why you have the sub-4 meter compact SUVs and the sub-4 meter compact sedans in the Indian market. It is very much based on the Kushaq in terms of the underpinnings and the chassis, but the length has been reduced to 3,995 millimeters, just 5 millimeters short of 4 meters, but gives the car tax benefits. Lot of good design angles. Interestingly, for example, on the bonnet over here, you see a scoop on the middle part, you see a hair up on the central part, very sharp front end with the DRLs coming on this part and a prominent grille in the central part. Sporty bumpers on both the ends. It's a very compact Europeanish design which will go down very well with Indians. You have a lot of color options, including this bling thing which looks green right now, but it's called a gold shade of golden. You also have white, you also have red for the lineup. On the side, Skoda is known to give you sporty alloy wheel designs, and this one is not different. But remember, it's only for the top spec version, 17-inch alloy wheels. From here on, your main area of the interior start, but it's well laid. It's not a very bold or outlandish design, but something that people will love in terms of the European feel. A very prominent shoulder line runs across this length. It doesn't go up very well. A big C-pillar on this side, which could hamper visibility. I'll tell you at a later stage. And on the back, you have Skoda's branding and Kylaq on the left side. So overall, it's not overly outdone, but people will love the design. We have seen this in the Kushaq as well, but with the Kylaq, trust me, the car looks far better in person than in the video or photos. If you're interested in a sub-4 meter compact SUV, I urge you to visit a Skoda showroom to see the car in person. By the way, the ground clearance is a very healthy 189 millimeters, and these are pseudo plates on the roof, a small sunroof, and your shark fin antenna at the back. So a quick look at the exteriors is done. Now your second space, the interiors, and then we head out for a spin and answer your important questions. And finally, on the inside of the Kylaq, your second space, and definitely a good space to be. For starters, a lot of Indian touches. For example, this area has been given to put small idols of the God that you follow can be done over here. We Indians love to do that. It's a feature loaded cabin which we have shown you in the earlier walk around as well. A lot of features, from your wireless connectivity for the Android Auto and CarPlay to a touch panel for your AC, 5-star crash test safety rating as well. Both the seats are powered, they are ventilated, and they are super supportive in terms of hugging your body. A 2-spoke steering wheel that looks really nice, a full digi console which you can customize as per the display that you want to see. Everything falls into place nicely. No soft touch panels too much around, but the whole quality of interiors is really nice. And of course, when you close the doors, you get that reassuring thud in a Skoda, which is missing in most of the rivals. You also have a sunroof, not a panoramic but a normal sunroof on this part. So overall, if you are coming from a smaller car to this one, you won't feel any features missing. In fact, Skoda is not putting too much emphasis on a lot of things. For example, the audio system, which brand is the music system from, but it sounds really well. The touch reception for the infotainment system over here is nice. So everything is put together to give you a sense of premiumness, a sense of European appeal coming into the picture. I stand 6 feet tall. Good place to be. I can see the edges of the bonnet, the scoop in the middle, a large outside mirror. So yeah, things are taken care of. You won't feel hammered in. This window line is low. I have still ample amount of headroom left over here, and practical storage spaces from your wireless charger, and a place to keep your key, which looks like this. And the storage space, which is ample over here. It also slides back and front. Yes, it does. Even the glove box is decently deep. You have a couple of GoPros on this part. The door pads can hold a 1 liter bottle, and this is nice. The central part is nice to hold, and a different color for this theme, which is not seen on the other parts, only on this part, a shade of green on the central and on the doors as well. So yeah, a nice place to be, but your parents or your family members or your friends in the second row, very important. Can the compact Kylaq give you space at the back? Let's go there. So decent stuff at the back. This seat is currently for a person who is 5'10", 5'11". I stand 6 feet tall, a couple of inches of knee room left over here. Both the seat have a pocket at the back for your magazine as well as for your phone. 2 C-type charging outlets, but this hump is not too much into the space of the fifth passenger. However, when we showed you the multiple people review on the inside, the rear seat is still best for 2+1, not for 3 adults. This part of the roof comes on a lower end, also houses your lights over here, something I don't see in other vehicles. Of course, I have a headroom on this part, but this is something I don't like to be in my view right now. The window sills are down in terms of your airiness and your visibility, and the windows, they go down completely flat. The doors, they open about 75 degrees, not bad for you or your parents to get inside and out of the car. So overall, the front seats are a very good place to be for your space, practicality and features, but at the back, it's a bag of mixed beans. In terms of your 0 to 100, how quick is the car? Remember, it's an automatic, not the manual, the torque converter. Let's see for yourself. AC off, into sport mode. As per the GPS device that we have, in the first run we got just over 11 seconds. In the second run we got just under 11 seconds. That is nice for a torque converter. Alright then, the driving part of the Skoda Kylaq. First thing first, let me be on at a standstill and show you that the steering is definitely on the lighter side. Very helpful for your urban needs. Also, urban needs is where you want a car that is first free to drive, a car that's got good visibility, a car that's easy to drive in traffic without feeling hammered inside, and a car that has a gearbox that will work like a gem. All these parameters are thankfully ticked in a right way by the Skoda Kylaq. In fact, I drove the car during the walk around a few months back. I couldn't share my opinion with you for obvious reasons. There was an embargo, but now I can very well tell you that the flickability factor, for example, is nice. You come across turns and U-turns in a daily commute, they will be taken care without any issue in the world. I'm approaching a roundabout, no traffic in this part of Goa where we are, and yes, it's so flickable, it's so enjoyable. Path throttle response is nice. The gearbox changes gears keeping in mind what you're doing. If you're very gentle, you can go into 6 at around 60-65. You can take manual control from the gearbox as well, and just as you start going faster inside traffic to closing on gaps, you hit higher speeds without even realizing. However, another important part of your daily commute are the potholes in your city or bad roads in your city. This turn was so effortless. So during such drivings around potholes or speed breakers, or in the occasional off-the-road experience on a Sunday morning or going to a hill station, how does the Kylaq behave? Let me take this off-road bit. Now what has happened here is that the underpinnings are same as the Kushaq, and Kushaq has been known for a slightly firm / stiff ride that helps in the handling department, which I have been enjoying over here for the last couple of hours. But off the road, the same thing means that you can feel these broken stretches. The overall suspension travel is well controlled under such conditions. So in case you are with a family of 4 or friends of 4 with the luggage, the suspension will not bounce too much. It will keep that in check. But driven alone, you will get to feel all these undulations of the road. Of course, you can have a bit of fun like this. Switch off the traction control and just let the Kylaq dance to your inputs. How does that happen? Well, let me show you shortly. I'm still in the drive mode, not too much in the sport mode or the paddle shifters. The gearbox is really clever. You want to enjoy closing on a gap, it does that, and after that, just be gentle with the right throttle. It will change gears effortlessly. So yeah, from the screen I can just put off the traction control, and if I want to do this, why not? Yes, good work. So from an urban mobility point of view, off the road point of view, your daily commute point of view, it is nice. What happens when you are on open roads? You are munching miles, or on an expressway between, you saw that? Stiff suspension. So if you're gonna be going between two cities out on open roads, how does the Kylaq behave? Let's see. Right then, on the other side of the enjoyment of the Kylaq, and that is on open roads. We are in Goa, and a lot of sections of the 4-lane inside Goa are either cemented or they have these joints running in, like on this long flyover. This is where you do feel the underlying stiffness. Suspension definitely is not geared towards comfort only, it's also meant to satisfy enthusiasts like you. That is where, if driven alone, you do get to understand and you do know all these joints very well. On some earlier parts, the cemented 4-lane was not very smooth, and the comfort factor took a hit. The plus point is that you can enjoy the Kylaq. I'm at 90 right now, there is no one around. Even if I change lanes like this, there is no drama whatsoever. The car remains full of confidence, and this is something that people are looking forward to with the Kylaq. They want this to be a family-oriented, comfortable car on the weekends, as well as a car they can enjoy. This bump, for example, was properly fed on the inside, so it may not be a very comfortable compact SUV, but something that you can bet on in terms of enjoyment. If you want a car that should satisfy your needs, give you grinning moments, the Kylaq has it all. The torque converter DSG is for the 1.5 Kushaq. The torque converter is something I'm very, very happy with. While getting out of the town area onto the highway, it was doing its jobs in a very, very able manner. No hiccups, no slow shifting. Of course, you have the sport mode as well. You can take control from the paddle shifters, and if you are driving the car very sanely, it will go into the 6th gear at as low as 60 kmph. So if you want to just laze around and enjoy the car and get the efficiency out, you can do that. Otherwise, just let the car be in D mode. It will take care of whatever you want the car to do. At these speeds, 90-100, the wind control is very, very nice. Even the tire noise is not too much, even on cemented roads. So yeah, the interiors also remain quiet. But in summers, if you turn on your seat ventilation, that will be the only sound inside the car. Right now, 95, 100, the overall insulation on the inside is definitely something that Skoda deserves a pat on their backs. Now, I don't advocate this, I don't recommend this, but if you want to filter through traffic, this thing does not intimidate you. Coming from a small car like the Polo or something else like a Swift to this car, it will not feel big. It will not feel something that you will take time getting used to. This makes your life so much more easy. So much more easy. It's like a go-kart for your family. Yes, go-kart for your family. You can munch up miles so effortlessly. In other cars, you have to work your way around. You have to push your way around. This one just goes with the flow. I'm at 100 kmph without even realizing. This makes it so easy. Good job, Skoda. Good job. And finally, time for my verdict on the Skoda Kylaq. The two big questions. First one, can this change fortunes for Skoda in the Indian market? Definitely yes. Kylaq is something that will allow Skoda to ramp up their sales, their production very easily for the Indian market, and at a later stage for other markets, made in India and export for the world. And second big question, is this an enjoyable, fun to drive sub-4-meter compact SUV? Definitely yes. It's got the power, it's got the handling without compromising on your family in terms of the space, the comfort, the features and safety as well. Any question we have not answered in this question around the Kylaq, please ask me in the comment section below. And of course, we're going to the northeastern part of India in a special vehicle. Which location, which vehicle? Stay tuned, and for the notification of the video, super simple, do subscribe and of course press the bell icon as well. Any further questions around the Indian industry, you can ask us in our special WhatsApp group. The link to the group is currently in the description section below. Thank you for watching.